Brand components you should have in your brand file cabinet. I can't tell you how many times I have worked with brands that I thought were established, and not only that, but they were presenting as established to the world. And I start to work on their project, and I'm like, okay, where are your brand photos? What's your mission statement? Who's your dream client? And they're like, what? And I'm like, brand photos, mission statement, marketing strategy, brand strategy? Do we have any of these things? And a lot of times brands don't have these things because unfortunately when they went through the brand building process, they weren't given these things. They didn't spend enough time on strategy. They didn't know what was included in strategy. They didn't have time or didn't take time to write a mission statement, a vision statement. And believe it or not, a lot of these businesses don't even have a business plan. So I am going to walk you through my brand essentials file cabinet. It is jam packed with everything you need to create the foundation for your business. And it's also a functional file cabinet. So when you go to hire social media managers and digital marketing strategists and brand designers and graphic designers, you have an essential location to send them to and say, hey, this is the brand foundation. This is the basis of where we create from. And that's essentially why we want to have something where everything is in one place. So I'm excited to show you around. And if you want a brand essentials file cabinet for yourself and you don't want to spend the time creating every little element, then click the link below and you'll see a template to the actual brand essentials file cabinet that we're about to go through. Welcome to the brand essentials file cabinet. It's in a Trello board. We have 5 different columns, and I'm going to quickly go through each of the columns, and as we go through, I'm going to kind of highlight some of the things that your brand should have at a foundational level at the drop of a hat, not just like have laying around. One of my clients actually commented on my TikTok video about this morning, and she was like, I think I have all of this, but it's like all over the place. If you have all of these things and it's everywhere, you want to put it in something like this so that when you hire team members, that you can give them this. And this is really the best gift that you can give any creative service provider, because this gives them the literal only starting place that they need. Like if you give them this, you have set them up for success, to understand your tone and everything. So let's go into it. So first, over here in the start here section, it's pretty simple and to the point. One of the things that I want to point out is that it does have a Google Drive folder. So if you use Google Drives and you have a lot of files, you can, and let's see if we can click on it real quick so you can see like just it has the same structure, so you can kind of keep everything in a Google Drive folder. The thing is also, as far as the colors, the tabs, these little individual things under each tab, there's Canva templates in here so you can change those things. So that's the only thing on the start here that I really want to talk about. But going into the first category, which is brand visuals file cabinet, and this is for all your brand visuals. Brand fonts and font files should go here. So you should have a body, a header, and maybe a subheader font. At least 2 fonts, but you can get away with 3 fonts in your brand. If you're going to 4 and you're not working with a professional designer, like having a professional like actually design your stuff, then I wouldn't do 4 fonts because I feel like it can get messy. 3 main fonts is what you want to stick with, and you want to make sure you go ahead and purchase those fonts and then put the files to those fonts either in this Trello board, or you can put it in your document sharing program like Google Drives, Dropbox, all that good stuff. But you would list your brand fonts here and then put the links to them in here as well. your brand colors and your color codes. You want to make sure that you have at least 5 colors, or I would say 3 to 5 colors. Again, if it's just you and you're just DIYing, 3 colors, even 2 colors is really good for someone who's DIYing. So it doesn't get all over the place. So you don't have to figure out what colors to use when, where. Just pick and choose 3 to 5 colors so that you can keep it simple and to the point. But those colors can go in here. All of your logo files and formats. This is so that you can let your team members and yourself know what logos you have, the types of logos that you have, and then the color types. So most of the time when I give my clients logos, there's a main logo with like all the brand colors, and then there's one that's just one brand color, one in black, one in white. So you want to put all the color types that are located in here as well. Most likely, if you work with a brand designer, you will most likely get a brand style guide. You can put that file here, and any flyers that you have for your brand that you'll be consistently using, those can go in the flyers. And then your brand photos. This is one of the things that I always get from my clients. They don't have their brand photos either all in one place, or they don't have brand photos at all. Let this encourage you to, 1, get brand photos if you don't have them, and 2, keep them in an organized place so that you can immediately pass them off if they're needed. So next we're going into media relations. So with media relations, this is about pitch and press. And enough brands do not have this because we're all on the start grind, and then we let digital marketing kind of take over. And digital marketing is a big part of it. But please, by all means, have these things. And these things are even good for digital marketing. So a marketing photo. This is a photo that you're going to want to use if someone reaches out to you for an article or a quote. And you want to kind of keep this photo kind of similar. It has something to do with your branding and recognition, positioning. So I would say put maybe 1 to 3 photos in here that you want to rotate for your press stuff. Your media kit can go in here, pitch deck can go in here, your bio, your elevator pitch, and your keynote topics. All of these things are good to have at an arm's reach for pitch and press. And then not only that, but once you fill this stuff out and have these things available, then it's easier for you to say, okay, let me go in and pitch 3 brands today. Let me go in and pitch 3 conferences for me to speak my keynote today, because I already have this stuff together. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons and messages that I have for my audience. When you do branding right, you can be prepared to succeed in any space. Be it social media, be it digital marketing, be it pitch and press, you are prepared. Be it hiring a new team member, you are prepared to succeed because your foundation is set and solid. So going on to brand foundation docs. Brand foundation docs are something that I see way too often brands not have. So on the brand foundation docs part of this template, there is some templates that are going to help you build out your brand foundation. So as far as your brand story is concerned, we have this document, and it's really just going to help you write your brand story, investigate your brand, and really think about the history of your brand, and pull all these things into one place to create a story. And of course, now because we have ChatGPT, you can go into there and answer these questions just like it was a workbook. And then after you answer your questions, you can then go into ChatGPT and say, hey, turn this into a compelling brand story. And they'll have all in ChatGPT or whatever AI tool you use will have all the information to craft the brand story that sounds like you and is in your brand's perspective and voice. So that's the one for brand story. For company bio, I did the same thing. I just gave a really good foundational starting point so that you can figure out what your company bio should be. Same thing for target market. I really wanted to put worksheets in each of these so that you can really develop these foundational brand documents, because you don't just want to put anything there. You don't just want to put your mission statement as just anything so you can fill it out and get it over with. You want it to be strategically developed so that when you get ready to hire a social media manager, you can pass these brand foundation documents off and say, hey, these are my brand foundation documents, and they all truly embody the voice of my brand. They discuss the history of my brand. It goes in depth about the target audience of my brand. So you can, instead of you having to miscommunicate your message or get frustrated because your social media manager has to take 3 months to jump in and get acquainted with your messaging and your perspective, you already have these foundational documents in place. So same thing for mission and vision statement. There are prompts in there, questions that will help you develop your mission and vision statement. The same thing for your brand strategy and your business plan. So is a really good addition to this brand essentials file cabinet, because it will really help you go deeper on the strategy of the brand. So the last column is the marketing strategy plan. So going into this is we have your marketing plan, and there is a document where it's going to kind of show you how to make a one-page marketing plan. It's lots of information in there for you to soak up and immediately apply to your marketing. And then a call to action bank. You want to put all of your brand's current call to actions in one place so that when you're making social media content, it's easy to say, okay, this post was about this, let me go pull this call to action for it, and just have them all in one place, prepared and ready to go, so you can hit copy and paste, and then boom, all of your posts have at least some type of call to action that's already been strategically thought about, planned out, and is strategically connected to one of the offers that you are selling right now. All of your social media template links, this is a great place to store those. And then whatever you're currently selling, put those in there as well, so that, again, because this is about you being able to go in and say, hey, this is my brand. Like, okay, let me pull my brand style guide. If you're DIY, let me pull my brand style guide and let me go in here and pull my social media templates and what I'm currently selling, so I can sit down and create some social media for the week. If you're hiring somebody, let me go in here and give them a tour, let them know these are the visuals, this is the media stuff, these are the foundational things, this is the marketing strategy, and really making sure that you're on the same page with your brand, anybody that you hire is on the same page with your brand, and that your brand has a healthy, strong foundation. Comment below and let me know what you're excited to add to your brand foundation. And if you have any questions about branding at all, of course, leave those in the comments, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.